All right, today we are going to focus on coloring our still life of fruits that we drew last week. This is an example of what it looks like when it's colored. That's the first one I've done. I've noticed my bowl isn't exactly like the other bowl. Yours might not be either. That's okay. It's art. Everyone's is going to be a little bit different. What we're going to do today is we're going to use like some colored pencils, and you can also use some crayons if you'd like to shade in our fruit using light, medium, and dark values. I love the colored pencils and the way that they show the dark, medium, and light values very nicely. Now, along the edge on the outside, you're going to have a darker color. It's kind of like where the shadow is going to hit. It's almost like the light is hitting the front of my bowl. And so the bottom and the sides are going to be my darkest areas. So I'm going to start out with that. And I'm going to color my bowl blue just because the bowl in the picture is blue. You can make yours whatever color you want. But notice how I'm kind of even going along with the bowl. I'm having my stripes kind of go down around, like almost like it's curving around the bowl, just to kind of give it more of an effect of a round bowl. And I'm just going to go around on the outside and make it as dark as I can. Now notice, see how it's dark shadows there, and kind of, it's hard to tell there, but it was a little bit lighter in the picture. So when I do this, I'm going to push down really hard on my colored pencil, a lot of pressure, and then I'm going to go ahead and release some of that pressure as I start getting towards the middle, so that my colored pencil starts to get lighter and lighter as it gets to the center of the bowl. So I'm pushing down almost kind of a medium there, and then I'm going to go back in here, smooth it out, and then I'm going to push down very lightly in the middle. On your bowl, you can even add a little bit of bright blue, kind of brighten it up where it looks like it might have some stripes on the front. Now, if you really want it to be dark, you can take a black colored pencil and you can do around the edges and the shadows to make it a little bit darker where the shadows are. You can even use a crayon if you'd like to make it a little bit darker, like a black crayon around the edges. Same thing with my lemons and my fruit. The outside edges I'm going to make darker, and then on the inside I'm going to lighten it up a little bit, lighten up my pressure, and make it a little bit lighter. Now, in some of my fruit, I even like to add some other colors in there, some browns, maybe some blacks, some reds with my orange, just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. As you go around, let's see, notice how each fruit, like around the outside, is going to be darker. And then you can even use black or maybe even brown on some of the edges to kind of get a darker color too. It's like this one right here. I'm going to kind of do the bottom and then the sides that I see dark, and then the inside light. I kind of like to mix a little bit of brown in with some of it, maybe a little bit of black. I can even use a crayon to kind of make it even darker on the edges. If you want to do something like that, you can. And then I'm going to kind of darken that up and just go through and get all your fruits done. And if you notice my bowl right here, all my fruits around the edges are darker. I've even blended some colors in. You can practice trying to blend some colors in. And then on the bottom where the table is, I even shaded it darker on one side of the bowl to make it look like there was a shadow on it. So can't wait to see what you guys come up with and check out your still bowls of fruit.